Yo, yo, yo. It's me, Yakuvrael Runeborne. Late as always. Yeah. It's a classic Tuesday, you know. You know. There we go. Yeah. Pretty late today. Classic Tuesday, you know. As always. Classic Tuesday. Anyways. I don't know if... I'm not gonna, you know, spend like too much time today. As it's already late, kinda. So I will try to knock this out just a little bit faster than last time as well. I already have the first 100 open. Those that, you know, watch the VOD or new here. I basically kind of like go through, talk a little bit about the show itself, and then, you know, decide if I want to put in my top 25 potentially or not. Okay, One Punch Man Season 3 is coming out. Didn't you know that? Fall 2025. Yeah, I have not been keeping up with the seasons, that's for sure. Maybe next year. Probably not, though. But I will go through all the seasons myself and, like, in private and just, like, pick the ones that I think I want to watch and then put it on a list or something. Just like all anime fans are put on lists these days, let's be honest. Anyways, let's start. Talking about it being put on a list. High School DxD. Now, there's like the sequel, and the sequel, and the sequel. So, right. High School DxD, specifically, is, you know, when you watch it, you kind of know what you're getting into. It is based on a light novel, which, as far as I know, is still ongoing. No, it's finished. Oh, okay. But it has a sequel, which is still publishing. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Light novels just move on and on and on and on, as long as they make money. I'm interested, though, to maybe check it out at some point, but it's gonna be just so fucking long to just read through that. So yeah. When I first got into the whole anime thing, right? I mean, High School DxD was one of these shows everybody was like, hey, check this out. And I have to say that the first season, is actually kinda decent. I haven't watched it in years, of course. But thinking back on it, I like the first season. It's not bad structurally. I like the beginning as well. Of course, you have all the, you know, the lewdness in it and whatnot, which is kinda right. Let's be completely honest here. But other than that, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Of course, the subsequent seasons, I watched them, I was like, ah, this is just kind of... Yeah. Like, the plot is only there to kind of alleviate the situations that happen, and nothing else. The first one was good, though. Music was good. The plot was fun, etc., etc. I wouldn't put it in my top 25, but I feel like just to understand the broader spectrum, if you feel like 100, 200 animes deep and you haven't watched DxD yet, you might want to check it out, just because. Alright. But other than that, yeah, don't watch it. Yeah, especially if you're, you know, if you don't want to have too much porn. Welcome, Dump Sage. I mean, that's the most interesting part of the stream. Right at the beginning. Have you watched High School DxD? I mean, there are a few others probably like this somewhere in here, but that's about it. Yeah, so the subsequent seasons are kind of... I think I know I watched this one. I watched the OVA. I watched New. And I watched... It just kind of moved on. And suddenly they changed the art style. Born I watched as well, yeah. Oh, come on. Top 3 of all time, okay. I would go that far. And then here, you see, this is actually episode 1. And then Hero, I started and I dropped it. Then the changed the art style, I was like, ugh. And also, it's like years apart from watching the first season and watching this season. I was like, that's not. Yeah, for its time, it was great. I think it overstayed its welcome. They could have toned it down a little bit. Or maybe like moved on with the plot, because there was like a weirdly interesting plot in the background about the whole demon realm and whatnot. But of course the entire situationship of lewdness took a hold. I really like the fist, the arm thing though. I really like the arm thing. I'm a big fan of that. You know, Devil May Cry 4 has this, the same thing. Just a kind of like cool looking arm, and that's it. That's one of my favorites, like, character design parts. And if I ever like make something myself, I have to include it at some point as well. I just need to. It's such a good visual thing to... It helps it, you know, kind of adds to a character. But yeah, TXT aside, let's move on to something completely different. Humanity has declined. Cold. I mean, it is cold, yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, oh, yeah. This is one of these really weird ones. Where, in a way, it's kind of like just happy. Like happy-go-lucky. It's like this girl, and they're like these little elves. These things are fucking weird. But it's the further you watch it, it kind of plays it as just dead world, and she's kind of like the only real human that's around, if I remember correctly. It's an interesting watch, that's for sure. Welcome, got you soon. Welcome. So yeah, it's an interesting watch. I would say it's almost like Girls Last Tour-ish, right? In the sense that it has like this melancholic feeling in the background while still a lot of fun stuff is going on. Especially the way it ended, if I remember correctly. But it's definitely worth checking out. It's like one of these that's not very popular. But ever so often, it kind of, I've seen like I see like screenshots of it, especially one scene where she like dances with the little elves here. And I'm like, yeah, that was a cool one. But not in my top 25, that's for sure. Hunter x Hunter. I don't think I go too far when I say absolute peak as far as shonen goes. I'm pretty devastated the way that the manga almost didn't move on since then. Right? They kind of finish it after the Chimera Ant arc. They have kind of like the weird like dingleberry that's there. Where Gon is all fucked up and then gets healed. But man, Hunter x Hunter 2011 is amazing. It has actually a good chance to be in my top 25. Let me just quickly save it for the ranking over there. I mean, story-wise, it's I can't go too deep into it because I would sit here for at least an hour. But I think Meruem especially. Like the whole Chimera Ant arc on its own. I would if I would want to rewatch right now, I probably wouldn't rewatch the entire thing. I would probably watch like the beginning with the Hunter exam, and then pretty much skip to the Chimera Ant arc. It's so good. It's probably the best arc in any story. One of the best, at least. Highly recommended. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Yoka. I don't remember jack shit about that one. I kind of watch it passively, if I remember correctly. But it's like a very... Yeah, it's Kyoto animation, man. Like the art style, it just kind of... art style. It really stands out. But of course, you know, the fire that happened in Kyoto. Or like the... it was an arsonist, I think. Always kind of, you know, it like lingers in the back of your mind, I could say. But usually they make good stuff. From what I remember, it was good. But as I said, sometimes I just like have these moments. Yeah, it has like a weird like supernatural element. Yeah, trivial yet intriguing mysteries. It has like a weird supernatural element, but like romance and whatnot that just never goes anywhere. It's kind of... But I remember really liking it at the time. Same goes with this. Like some of this shit I watched... When did this came out? 2014? I probably watched this in 2014 when it came out. So over 10 years ago now. So it's like, let me remember something from 10 years ago. I mean, some of them actually stick in my mind pretty well. I think this one was like a... Yeah, it's 3 minutes an episode. It's just kind of... I also watched season 2, I think, yeah. It's just kind of like a happy-go-lucky husband and wife duo kind of comedy thing. Nothing too noteworthy, I would say. Oh, speaking of noteworthy, though, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I originally read the manga. Just because it is very short. And, you know, oftentimes you're like, when they adapt it, are they gonna, you know, do it justice? Well, goddamn, they did it justice, that's for sure. The story's basically like you have like this guy and you have this girl. And if I remember correctly, the girl's like sick. And they kind of like start to form a relationship. Overglazed. Overglazed? Isn't glazed like already the top of it? Oh yeah, this one is glazed. People like it too much, or now they like it even more too much. What's it supposed to mean? I liked it. It's really good. Yeah, okay, yeah. As I said, it's really good. Especially as an adaptation, it's fantastic. I feel like don't read the manga. It's short, but the anime adaptation is so much better. I can see that, yeah. I mean, it gets kind of sad and kind of depressing at the end. But this one I can recommend. I'm not too sure yet if I want to put it in my top 25, though. Getting back to... I mean, 5 minutes. Oops. Where the fuck am I? I think the story takes place over like a couple of months. If I remember. It's just a lot of the like natural bonding, I would say, happens off screen. But of course, it's like the kind of love at first sight thing. It's nice. It's a nice movie still. It's a tearjerker, right? It manipulates you by playing good music and having like the perfect shots and everything. But it's still, I can recommend it. It's like one of these anime as well, where I would kind of go. Even if you don't watch anime, you can enjoy it very easily. It doesn't have any weird fan service. It doesn't have any weird, like, anime kind of things. Just, like, weird tropes. So for that, it's also really nice. But the exact opposite is this one. I don't know why these sometimes get made. I remember like seeing like the trailer or something, or somebody making fun of it. I was like, okay, let me check it out. It's 4 episodes a minute. It's basically each episode is one girl. They lift their skirt and go, "You're so disgusting for wanting to see my panties," and that's it. That's just somebody's fetish. So much so that they made a season 2. I want you to show me your panties with a disgusted face. But they even made the season 3. What the fuck? Oh, I did put it on plan to watch, but that was just 1 episode. Interesting. Yeah, the rom-com slop genre. But I do like the rom-com slop genre from time to time. Even slop can be tasty at some points. But what wasn't slop, though, in my opinion, is this one. Yeah, sometimes it's gold. I mean, the peak, which I have on my... Let me actually... The current state of things here. I mean, one of the numbers I currently have on my list. Fruits basket, so... I'm not opposed to slop. Of course, you have air. And you have... Where is it? Planet. Currently at number 1. But that might change at some point. Sometimes they produce absolute gold. But yeah, this one. ID Invaded. I really liked it when it came out. I watched this one when it came out in, what was this, 2020? Yeah, 2020. It was a bit overlooked at the time. But I feel like since then it has picked up quite a bit of steam. It's about this dude. Like, it's like very strange. It starts off in this world that's just kind of like fallen apart. Things are just floating around. And there's this dude, he doesn't even... Over geese is crazy. I mean, a lot of this might change later on when I like go through it at the tail end, when I gone through all anime. I have a total of 820. So it'll take a while. It will shift around quite a lot. But yeah, this guy, he starts like having like no arms. Can you like see a picture or something of this? No. And that already really intrigued me. It's basically about this guy. He goes like into... Yeah, that was Durarara. Durarara. What a name. Yeah, he goes like into dreams to like find out why a crime happened. And like this girl here gets like involved and everything. It's a really good one. I really liked ID Invaded. I wouldn't put it in my top 25, but I will put it in my honorable mentions. That's for sure. That's absolutely for sure. Highly recommended for if you want like a decent like what could you say, mystery kind of show. It has like 4 or 5 good insert songs, like Mr. Fixer by fucking Miyavi. Makes some good music, the dude, I have to say. Oh. Idolmaster Xenoglossia. This is a weird one. This is a really weird one. I have it on DVD, because this one for a while was extremely expensive to buy. And then I found it per chance. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. There we go. So let me go back. So, Mr. Fixer. ID Invaded. Pretty good. As I said, it's about this dude. They go like into dreams or like into the memories of people. Kind of like figure out mysteries. Mostly like murders and whatnot. So it's kind of interesting. As I said, it's actually really good. Really recommend it. Yeah, that one you should add to your watch list. But this one you shouldn't. Now, first of all, maybe... Okay, it's not on here. Idolmaster. What's Idolmaster? Idolmaster is about idols. You know, it's a classic. We are idols, we dance, we sing, we have maybe our struggles or whatnot. Xenoglossia is that, but with like mecha. They were basically like, okay, Macross exists, kinda, and we have like the biggest idol franchise in the world, or one of the biggest ones with Idolmaster. Let's just kinda make a mecha out of it. And the only reason I have it and watch it is because it was really expensive to buy, as I said. And I got like I found it very cheap somewhere. But it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's not good. I rated it as good here, but... Nah. It like takes all the bad parts about about mecha tropes. Like, oh, the one character that gets kind of like pissy about somebody, and then that they like switch side to the other organization and blah blah blah. And, like the robots, they kind of like pair with the girls. And it's so dumb. I mean, it can work, right? There's a Macross, if I remember correctly, which is basically Idol meets mecha. It's a huge franchise. Especially Macross Delta, I think, is the one that a lot of people started out with. I've never watched the Macross series though, but I have to. I think that's one of the big series I'm still missing out on, is Macross. But yeah, if you want Idol X Mecha, don't watch Idol Master Xenia Glossia. Especially if you want to buy the DVDs, as they can be expensive at times. In Spectra, I think I also, yeah, have Season 2. I remember when this one aired, it was popping off. It was popping off extremely. Everybody was, not everybody in quotes, a lot of people were talking about it. I was like, man, I have to watch this, so I watched it as it was airing. And it is interesting, like, you have this dude. You have this dude here. Can you see the cursor? Yeah, you can. And he's like... He like sees apparitions or whatnot. And it's kind of like, oh yeah. And then this girl comes. And she's kind of like the god of all the apparitions. And so she has to like go around and rein the bad ones in. And then it turns out this guy, he ate a ningyo, or a mermaid. And in Japanese folklore, when you eat a mermaid, you become immortal. Right? So it's like, she teams up with him to like hunt spirits or something. It's kind of interesting. And you have like certain characters, blah blah blah. But it just goes on and on and on. It never really story-wise moves on, right? You have characters that drop in from time to time, like, oh, this is interesting, and they just never do anything. It's based upon a manga, apparently. I don't know. It's based upon a novel. The big problem, once again, with light novels is they just move on and on and on and on as long as they sell. So I don't have too many hopes for there being, you know, a finished story here. Because of that, I cannot recommend it. It has interesting parts about it, but it's like, it has potential, but it will never be realized. That's all I can say about it. And speaking about potential that was realized, now there's like a bunch of initial D stuff coming up. Let me just... Okay, first of all, battle stage I will talk about in a second. Extra stages, I can... 5th stage, final stage, 1st stage. Let's kind of move everything out of the way. Initial D is fantastic. I think Initial D is a fantastic, like, almost coming-of-age story. Because it's about this dude. If you never heard about Initial D for some reason. It's about this dude. He's like the son of a tofu shop owner. And he has to like deliver the tofu at like in the dead of the night. But in secret. It's the original Fast and Furious. I wouldn't be surprised if, at least to some degree, it was Fast and Furious was based upon this initially. Initially D, so you could say. But yeah, and then he becomes like a racer. It kind of moves on and on and on. Then they form like a race team. And technically seen, he like moves to like the UK, if I remember correctly, and becomes like a driving instructor. In the, whatever it was called, in like the kind of new manga by the same guy. FS Ghost or something like that it's called. Don't remember. But yeah, initially, it's Eurobeat. Eurobeat is great. I love Eurobeat. It's a good story. It's kinda old at times. Don't ask me why the UK. I just remember the... Oh, MF Ghost it was called. MF Ghost. Like, it's just kinda hinted at. In MF Ghost, you have like this dude. He's like, oh yeah, my driving instructor back home in the UK is this one guy. He's called Takumi, What if the guy was like, wait a second. Oh my god, it's this dude. On the second season. I do have to watch that. But yeah, initially. Fantastic. It has potential to be my top 25. I mean, you say that, but in a way, isn't like Top Gear from the UK? So at least they have like a car culture to some degree. So I wouldn't be surprised. And of course it's like fictional, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some like some racing culture there. But yeah, initially it's pretty good. And here's the thing. They created 2 movies, Battle Stage and Battle Stage 2, which is essentially just the races cut down into 2 movies. So even if you don't care about the story, just about the cool races with like a little bit of exposure as to what is going on, you can just watch 2 movies, which are very short. 2 hours roughly of investment. So yeah. Man, I remember when this one came out. And people were very divided about it. As always. Interspecies reviewer. It's about this fantasy world. You have 2 dudes. And they're like, you know, they go to brothels every so often. They're like, okay. And then suddenly they decide, you know what? We should actually review the species that we have sex with in these brothels. And then they start doing that. And it becomes kind of popular. It's a hilariously unfiltered show, I would say. You have like the elf character, as an example. Or like you have like the human, and he like goes to the beautiful elf. And then you have like the elf guy, he's like, man, I don't know how you can have sex with that elf. She's like a baby to me. And he like goes, one of his favorite horse is like the 90-year-old grandma. Human grandma. He's like, oh, she's so full of life. She's so full of vigor. Because he himself is like 110 years old or something. And you'd never think about it, but yeah, you know, how would elves feel about humans of the same age, right? Is that to them more attractive than somebody that has like the same kind of look age-wise? Yeah, a lot of people were very not fond of it, and not a fan of it. And of course it was censored at times, depending on where you watched. So that's where some of the complaints came from. But of course you just have the people that go like, oh yeah, this is degrading to women. And that's the reason why you shouldn't even put it out there. Please stop. Let's see the manga. The manga's still ongoing. Holy shit. But yeah, it's a fun one. I think, you know, it's crass, it's lewd. As far as lewdness goes, it at least wears it on its sleeve. To the max, even. Which is funny, I would say. It doesn't pull any punches. Not speak of pulling any punches. Interstellar 5555. Some people probably don't even know what this is. It's basically a movie, 1 hour and 5 minutes, that's just like a huge music video for Daft Punk. It's so good. I'm pretty sure like somebody has like seen the Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, whatever it's called, music video with these guys where they kind of like get painted in human colors. And it's so good. I don't know what the history behind it is. Who was like, yeah, let's make a music video. It's Toei Animation for, you know, for Daft Punk songs. It's like about these aliens. They get like abducted by a music producer, turned into superstars, and then they kind of like go back to, like, they kind of revolt and go back home. Story-wise, of course, it's like, you know, But when you just want to sit down and listen to some good music while seeing like an interesting movie in the background, fucking watch Interstellar. It's so good. It's such a fun movie. That's why I call it a masterpiece. As far as the media goes, it's probably one of the more interesting ones. Of course, it has like this very old anime style as well, which I kind of like in a way. It has something. I mean, look at this, dude. So good. So good. Speaking of interviews. Was it Sheep? Yeah. Sheep, Stella, Apergius, Beryl, Octave, Dogwood, and Manager. At least he's not called Manager. Interviews with Monster Girls. This is kind of like Interspecies Reviewer, but without the sex. Because it's in high school. It's kind of like a world where monster girls exist. And you have like a guy, I think. Yeah, it was this dude, if I remember correctly. And he's just kind of like interviewing these monster girls. Like, oh, you know, how do you live or whatnot. It actually is kind of similar, funny enough, in my opinion. But of course, much more wholesome. So I think she was a vampire. The orange one was a Doulahan. She was a Yuki owner, right? Yeah, I mean, Monster Girls, there are. It was a big hype at one point. I would say starting with Monster Musume. Which is still ongoing, by the way. So people were like really started to really be into Monster Girls. And a lot of interesting stuff came out of it. Let's see, okay, the manga's finished, interesting. I might actually read that one. Let me put that here. Yeah, Monster Musume is still ongoing. I'm not sure, like I don't know about the anime. But the manga. See? Status Publishing. Last discussion is in 2024 about chapter 87. It's like one of these that's just kind of like one chapter per 6 months or so comes out. So it's not ongoing in the sense that it's actively being published. It's more like ongoing as in the creator hasn't given up yet. Milking his cow, basically. There was a cow in that one as well, by the way. So yeah, it's a fun, wholesome show, I would say. Some like teen drama. They're oh, we hate each other now, and we make up, and it's an interesting one, I would say. I'd say was also interesting. Going back to kind of like a romance slop. Would this count as romance slop? It's like a very old, quite old, 2011 anime. But the manga's like also only 2002, okay. Interesting. Hotarubi no Morie. It's a fun, short little watch. It's 45 minutes. It's kind of about this girl, and she meets like a spirit or something, and then she falls in love with him. Yes, it's not a rom-com, it's kind of sad, actually. It's an award-winning drama, romance, supernatural. Shoujo. Gets lost in a forest, rumored to be inhabited by spirits, while crying out in desperation. Approach begin. Yeah, it's not necessarily a rom-com, but it's like it's a fun little like romantic story about. I mean, it's a classic. Oh, we cannot be together because there's a boundary between us, which either might be different countries or because you're a ghost and I'm a human, or you know, etc. It's a good watch though. It's actually a really good watch. Short of as well, and kind of, you know, at the end it's kind of it's a tear jerker at the end. You're kind of like, oh, where's the Kleenex? I need to wipe the tears out. Groomer go up. Kinda. I mean, you know, last stream I already went over Usagi drop. I think this has hardened myself off to everything else. If you've never watched it, the anime is nice. The anime is fucking nice because the anime knows, let us stop right at the part where we have to stop. Let's move on at the rest that the manga covers. Let's just let it be. But the manga was like, okay, now you've seen the story about this guy adopting a girl that's kind of like ever so slightly related to him. Hell yeah. How about we turn this into a romance between the two now? And now she's a teenager, and at the end, they actually end up together. Yeah, dude, it's... I say, you know, the anime is great. Watch it. The manga, read until like the half of it and then stop. No idea what the mangaka was thinking there. But yeah, it has hardened myself off to shit like this. But if you say it, actually, like if you consider it, yeah, it's a ghost that has groomed a 6-year-old girl. In a way. But the laws don't apply to the supernatural now, do they? Speaking of supernatural, Inuyashiki. I've read the manga first, and I was like, oh hell yeah, they are making anime out of it. Let's watch it. It's interesting. It's a lot of CGI, mind you, but it's interesting. It's about like these two dudes that for different reasons like go to the park, and then a quote-unquote meteor hits them, and they die. And then it turns out this meteor is actually aliens, and their aliens are like, we're not supposed to interfere with this world. What do we do now? Oh, let's give them these... Let's like transplant their memories into these... Into these like giant weapon robots that look kind of like them. And then they have like one dude who's kind of like becomes a villain, and one dude who becomes kind of like a hero. He goes like around saving people, healing people of cancer, everything. He's like an old dude, right? Of course, you have Donald Turampu in there as well. It's an interesting story. If you have like an afternoon time, you want to watch something cool, there's like this one scene where this guy just goes around indiscriminately killing people, which is kind of fun. The way he does it, because he has like this robot body, and he just like points at people with like his finger, and goes bang, and it's some kind of alien technology that shoots out just air, and and people die. It's kind of funny. It's a nice contrast, and it's slight spoiler in the end. They kind of team up, but that's about what it's all about. It's not worthy to be in my top 25. Interesting enough, Trump appears more often than you'd think in like, not just Trump, but like Obama as well, in like manga and anime for some reason. I mean, the classic is Obama in fucking... Now that's King on Ashura. Now, Obama appeared... Mobaba. Yeah, in Baki. They fucking have Obama. This is the weirdest looking Obama I've ever seen. He looks Indian. He looks like he's about to ask you for some Google Play cards. Oh! It's not an anime. Yeah, what's with the moustache? There was an anime. Fuck. Oh, a manga. Oh shit, I don't remember. Pumpkin Night. Oh my fucking god. It's on anime, so it's not gonna count towards the list, of course. It's like about this girl. She got like bullied by people, and they put like acid in a mask and then put the mask on top of her until her face was like disfigured. And then she goes around as a spirit, kind of killing people. And one of the guys that did that to her has a father, and the father is fucking Donald Trump. Tatsuo Drumpf Kuroki. It's so fun. I was like, when I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck? Not only is there Donald Trump here, it's the dad of the kid that fucking bullies a girl to death. So dumb. But yeah. One thing I clearly remember about Inuyashiki, by the way. He kind of goes, oh, there's a meteor. Well, fuck the rules. Anything is allowed now. Just enjoy your time now that you have like half a day left or whatever. He goes, oh, rape and killing and stealing, everything is allowed. 3 days before the asteroid hit the Earth, yeah. But yeah. US presidents are fun. Apparently. I mean, if there's one thing that's more guaranteed than US presidents in anime manga, it's German. Let's be honest here. Tsuki no Laika is interesting. Because it kind of also goes back to politics. During the space race, if you remember, they kind of like sent a dog up there and it died. They're like, oh, the first successful living being in space. Well, living being as for... it lived for a couple of seconds before radiation killed it. Or whatever. And this is kind of like an alternative history one. Where they captured a vampire. And they were like, okay, the dog was a good success, now we need a living being that's closer to humans. And let's send it up there. And that's what kind of like the anime is about. One of the dude kind of like falls in love with the vampire. She kind of like hates everybody, but in the end they're like, let's go to the moon. Yeah, it's alternative history. It can be fun at times, but it's nothing too special. The World of Colors. Oh fuck, what was this one about? Yeah, it's something about magic. Oh yeah. Fuck. I don't fully like. She gets like sent back in time, and then she like makes friends with like her aunt. Yeah, with this one. That's actually like, or her grandma, I think. Yeah, 17 in the year 2018 and 77 in the year 2078. She has like a magic or whatever, and then she only sees in black and white. She gets like sent back. It's kind of weird. It's fantasy slop. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. There's better fantasy stuff out there. It's kind of like. Also kind of weird, if I remember correctly, because she falls in love with one of the guys, and that guy is probably like 70, 80 by the time she gets back to her time or something like that. That's kind of weird. Speaking of fantasy slop, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I watched the first season. I was like, yeah, I think I've seen it. And this shit goes on. And on, and on, and on, and on, and on. I mean, it's not weird, but you could also call it grooming again in a way. If you then go as a 77-year-old. Oh, I remember you from when I was a young lad. Let's continue where we left off. But I don't fully remember the story here. It might not even had romance in it. Love polygon. Not just a triangle, but a fucking polygon. I mean, a polygon is a triangle. I think she definitely she cannot stay in the past. It's only like 2 years or something. On a night as black as and white as in any other, amidst the fireworks spreading across the sky, conjures a spell for which she has been harnessing the moonlight for 60 years. Just said he told me back in the year 2018. Okay. Yeah, I watched this when it came out, 2018. 7 years ago. Didn't really stick around in my mind. But yeah, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? I knew a guy who really liked it. And I didn't watch it as well. I was like, okay, you know, I'm interested to see where this goes. And then nothing happened, and then sequel. And sequel. And sequel. And sequel. And sequel. And that's the most recent one, fucking season 5. I don't mind long shows. Yeah, it is okay, but I feel like after the first season, I was kind of like, does this really go anywhere? I might watch it again, just to figure it out, you know, just to see, maybe I like it. But I know at the time I was like, you know, I don't need to see more of this. Of course, people were like very fond of her with the string under her tits. They were cosplaying that, everybody. Even men. Oh yeah. But certainly not my top 25. Is the Order Rabbit? I like long shows, but with Butcher season and not 4 straight episodes. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind a bunch of straight episodes. But usually when you have like 400, it's like 200 actual episodes and 200 fillers. But I like the conclusion of it, where you can just go, okay, one show done. Right? It certainly ain't fucking One Piece. Where are we on right now? Come on, load. Why so slow suddenly? Episode 1150. I'm currently myself on only 500. But I've caught up to the manga, so I'm more there anyways. Is the Order a rabbit? Cute girls doing cute things. That's about it. Honestly, the best time to start One Piece is right now. Because the story is actually going towards the end. So if you actually want to... If you ever want to watch One Piece, the best time without getting spoiled about the actual ending, what the One Piece is actually right now. I would say maybe... If maybe 2 or 3... 3 to 5 more years until the manga is finished. Is what I would guess. Yeah. Just retire early. Yeah. Oh, I wish I could be like that. I like start my rewatch or something, or I read something online. I'm like, okay, it's been 2 years. I still remember the spoiler, but nothing else. Just like this show, I don't remember anything about it. So moving on. Oh, I have to skip this one for now, because I want to talk a bit longer about this one. I want to speed up a little bit, but there's still so much. Let me just speed through some of the more less egregious one. Chinro is fun. Have you ever wanted to see people just getting shot down? Just a good old massacre with the fucking Japanese Stasi. Japanese fucking SS. Yeah. That's what Shinro is about. Kinda. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Very visually interesting as well. But nothing too... It's almost so simple when if I would talk about too much about the story, it would spoil too much. So I'm gonna skip on to... Oh, I have some thoughts about JoJo. Daily life in Chicago. I mean, I'm not from Chicago, so I cannot judge, but it's more like daily life in 1941. But futuristic. Choker game. It's kind of like a... Yeah, World War II, speaking of World War II. It's about spies and whatnot. It's not too interesting. Jormungand. It's about weapon traders. So for that, it's really interesting. But the story never really goes anywhere. Like, she has like... They have like a child soldier. He's like one of the main characters. And she's like one of the main characters. It's just about kind of the world of weapon trading. Have you ever seen the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage? It's kind of that, but the anime form. That's all this is. Oh, so many to talk about. There's like this thing in Japan. Or is it Chinese mythology? Yeah, I think it's Chinese mythology. The Zodiacs. The race for the Zodiacs. Who's gonna, like, how the order is decided. And then the rats in the end won. And that's the thing. We know how the race for the Zodiac ends up. We know the outcome. So every time they make something about it, like this one, Juni Tyson, which is kind of like a... How could you say? It's like a battle royale kind of style anime, but you know who wins. It's the fucking rat. The rat is the one who wins. That's all it is. Right? He kills by swarms. So from the get-go, you knew how this is gonna fucking end up. And how did it end up? It ended up exactly that way. So I don't like it. The only good adaptation of the Zodiac race I've seen, which I have a weak spot for, is Etotama. I like the animation. I will rewatch it sometime. It's so... It's on my rewatch list. It's so good. It's fun. It's cute. Etotama was great. Juni Tyson is just... You want to see some cool animation? Other than that, fuck it. Yeah, Junji Ito collection. There's two things they simply cannot adapt for some reason. Berserk and Junji Ito works. I don't know, they just cannot do it for some reason. The most popular horror manga artist, and they only can do weird, like... almost like CGI kind of anime out of it. It sucks. I don't know why they simply cannot create good animes out of the works of Junji Ito. I've heard about Uzumaki, and apparently it's just as bad. And when I was a kid, just getting into anime, I watched fucking... I mean, I might get to that one later. Or I might not even have added here. Yeah, I have not added it. I fucking watched Gyo. If you've ever seen Gyo, you know why this one is a weird one. I didn't even know it was Junji Ito back in the day. Can I do it like this? Yeah, fucking look at that. Oh, come on, where's the funny sharks? Like, look at that, what the fuck? There. It's like this weird, it's about like this fish getting like these weird bodies, so they just kind of kill humans. And then some of the humans turn into these things. I don't remember too much about it. It's been over a decade. But yeah. Billy. Have Billy produced anime? I don't remember. The only thing I know about Bilibili is sometimes I want to watch speedruns of something and then they upload it to Bilibili. And it's like, okay, you don't have a premium membership. How about you pay us money so that you can watch it in above 720p or something? It's like, why would you do that? But yeah. K Project. Man, I remember people being really hyped about this one. Lord of the Mysteries. Is it here? Nah, that's something else. Link click? What? I do remember To Be Hero. Oh no, that's something else. Okay. I mean, I might have to look into it. The only Chinese animation I watched recently is there's two actually. One of them I will probably come across, but one I recently watched was Neja. However the fuck you're writing. Yeah, King's Avatar, that's the one. That's the only one I watched that I remember. And this one I watched recently. It was interesting, but it was like clearly a kid's movie. Kind of weird at times. But yeah, getting back to the other one really quick. K Project, I remember being kinda very popular for a while. And people being really hyped about it, but it never really went anywhere. Oh man, so many good ones. How the fuck am I supposed to get through this in a timely manner? That's only 100, by the way, out of 800. Yeah. So many good ones in K, actually. Like in this batch. Holy shit. Let me quickly speed this thing up a little bit. Otherwise, I'll never get to through the rest. Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. When this came out, people were like, oh yeah, this is the next Attack on Titan. It was not the next Attack on Titan. It's basically they're like on trains. And there were like weird zombies. And then you have like this dude here. And he builds like a machine. And when he gets like bitten by a zombie, he turns the machine on and kind of like cuts off his blood flow or something. And then he turns into kind of like a hybrid. And that's all it is. And then they ride around on the trains and defend it from zombies. That's all it is. And of course you had this chick here. Everybody really liked this chick because she had like muscles. People were always like muscle girls. Yeah. Then we have Kaguya-sama Love is War. Ooh, it has potential, I would say. Oops, that's the wrong one. 3 seasons. You're a hater of Kaguya-sama? I liked it. I liked the story, the guy who wrote the manga, he cannot write endings, mind you. But what we had so far is pretty fun. It is rom-com slot, but it's kind of one of the better ones. I like the premise of it being kind of a duel. And they kind of like... just kind of fucking each other over. By trying to win the argument. As far as rom-com slop goes, I would say it's one of the better ones. So I'm gonna leave it for potential right now. Actually. Yeah, no. it will not end up on my top 25. I just saw what's next. So Kaguya-sama, I would say you should watch it. At least give it a try. To people. But don't read the ending, because the guy, he cannot write endings. I recently finished reading Oshinoko, what that is, by the same guy. And my god, it was very good at times, but the ending was ass. The ending was so ass, and I heard it of Kaguya, it's like the same. The ending is just ass. I'm gonna skip over. Ah, that's us. So much good shit, dude. Yeah, that's always very unfortunate. So many cannot write good endings, though. It's just kind of like, man, do you not have like a plan for the ending from the get-go? Why do they suck always so much? Can you not, at least a little bit? Oh, that's just how it is with mangakas. Please open a window. It's getting warm in here. There we go. Yeah. I mean, the best ones do. If I remember correctly, the Attack on Titan guy, he said, like, or he was able to pretty much give a picture. Like, he drew the final page as one of the first things, if I remember correctly. He stated somewhere. And I think that's like the way to do it. Also, the One Piece guy, he also has like the entire story mapped out as far as we know. He just said he sometimes adds a little bit more in between, but not like. He doesn't change the ending as far as we know. Same with like Berserk. Berserk is completely mapped out as well, apparently. Fucking. He told like a friend, like, hey, this is how the story will go. I mean, he wrote 1,000 chapters, but it gets better with every arc, I have to say. Honestly, while I was reading it, I was kind of like getting bored at the beginning. Like, But then he kind of like, he started cooking again. It got better and better and better, actually. I would believe it though. He did state originally there was only meant to be like 150 chapters or something like that. It wasn't supposed to be that long. So he did have the ending roughly figured out, but he did. When it grew in popularity, he sort of added a lot of stuff in between. So I can actually see him knowing the ending. I think if you write a story, that's just a good way to do it. Right? If I would write a story right now, the first thing I would do is sit down and get like all the plot points figured out and the ending figured out, and then write the actual story itself. This ain't some George R.R. Martin shit. Let's write a book and then write another one and then wait 10 years until I write the next one. Yeah, I can see that. But when you can slot it in. If you do it right, you can slot it in, I would say. What is this music, by the way? Can I have something less creepy? Thank you. But yeah, I would say I believe him. With how good the manga has been for a couple of 100 chapters now, I believe him, actually. I actually believe him, though. So yeah, let me quickly move on a little bit. Kaishi I'm gonna talk about later, actually. That's season 2. Kaishi number 8 is currently one of these very popular ones. It's about this dude. He kind of like wants to fight monsters and then he turns into one. And that's kind of like the premise. It's a good show. At least the first season was good. I haven't yet watched the sequel. So I don't know where it goes. But I do like the monster design as well. Kakigurui. Yeah, it's kind of like Shonen Godzilla. You have like these big monsters and you have like some of them being like almost like human in nature. And you kind of like have to kill them and what, like you have this dude. So good. Design-wise. I love this design. I'm interested to see where the story goes. So I will... Oh, it's finished. Okay. I thought it was still ongoing. Okay, okay. That changes things. I have to... now actually finish reading that one. Is it? I wouldn't... Maybe? To me, it's more like a God Eater. In a way. God Eater, the anime, but done correctly. But I can... Yeah, I can see it, actually. That it could be compared to Attack on Titan. Yeah. But cool that that's finished, so we'll check it out and see where it goes. That's very interesting to me. Kakegurui. Speaking of... I watched the first season, I was like, okay, they're about done now, right? And then the second season came out. I was like, wait a second. And I like read the manga, and it just goes on and on and on and on. It's still publishing. It's still fucking publishing. I don't know how. When I was reading the manga back in the day and watching the anime, I was pretty sure they were about done. I said maybe, 10, 20 more chapters, but no, they're like, for years now, there are new chapters every so often. It's kind of... I don't think this guy has the story mapped out at all. He just kind of writes. And the story plot is about, like, this girl comes to a school, and everybody there, like, gambles. And she's, like, a pro gambler, so she wants to go there and kind of, like, take the school over. That's all there is about. As far as gambling anime goes, not too good. Not the best one. Of course, lots of fan service. But the same thing, like, the story is just ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. It's just kind of weird. Like, can you fucking stop already? Can you write an ending? Like, what do you mean it's still ongoing after over 10 years? I felt like it was about done 5 years ago. So yeah. Oh, Kakushi Goto. Oh, this one was so cute. I mean, I actually like that in a way. Sure, it's stupid, but I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Until 2020, okay. So there's like a story about like her girl and her dad. I don't remember too much about it, but it was cute. But yeah, speaking of that, you have Chun Dropkick. Then you have the second season, which is Chun Dropkick, and then a dash. A fucking apostrophe. And then the season after that is called X. Yeah. I don't mind. I think it's funny. As far as naming goes, I have a weak spot for not just naming it Season 2. I have a weak spot for it. I mean, it's always better than... I just hate when they create, like, 0, right? Oh, we need to do a prequel. Let's just call it 0. Get to that in... when I get to... here. Oh yeah, let's just call it 0. Call it something fun. The prequel or whatever. Remember Concole? Which was overshadowed by Azure Lane. Why'd you call my shits an apostrophe? I mean, depending on how long you live, you need to maybe add 20 more of those until you reach the correct number. You have dialed the wrong number. But yeah, I can't call it. It's just... it's a game, and they kind of try to shoehorn just everybody in a little bit. And you're kind of like, who cares? Like most game animes, it just don't turn out well. They're just kind of like, whatever. Right. So yeah, moving on. Konokon. Yeah, it's another one like these, like, love polygon school, edgy, weird ones. This one is like one of these I watched also like when I started watching anime. It was probably one of the first 10 or 20 or so animes I watched. If I would have to guess, roughly. Yeah, so I don't remember anything about this, so it will not end up in top 25. Canon. No idea how to pronounce it. It was the genre, but it's also, oh, I don't know, I just, at times I like it. Yeah, Canon is, it's interesting. Because they made, like, the original show, they, like, made a first adaptation. And then they were like, I mean, can we see this in big, please? Look at this. They made this and they were like, oh yeah, good job. Good fucking job. Let's pat ourselves on the back. And then they were like, okay, let's remake it in 2026 and 2006. Let's maybe actually fix it a little bit. It's still like this very classic style. And this dude, he looks the exact same as the guy from Clannad. Almost. They have a very clear, distinct style that they like. This looks like the daughter. It's like, you know, it's fun though. I liked Canon. So I'm gonna save it for now. To potentially put on my top 25. They know something we don't. Maybe. Maybe that's the true look of anime all along. I wish we had anime looking like this. In the fucking year 2025. I mean, this is pure Moe Blob. Pure Moe Blob. So yeah, Canon is fun. It's romance slop, you know. Man, so many I want to talk about. A bit longer. Let me just skip through the good ones first. Kämpfer. It's like a dude and he turns into a woman. And they do shit? I don't fucking remember. The only thing I remember is there's this one screenshot. This one picture. Oh, do I have it? Oh. I might be wrong. Fuck. This one? Yeah. Can I... There's this picture here. Checkmate, motherfucker. Translation note, Schneisel just made an illegal move in chess, so it doesn't make sense. Oh wait, wrong anime. Schneisel is from Code Geass. That's the only thing I remember from this, because this red-haired girl is like... Look at like... Make it smaller again, please. Like, I'm pretty sure this one here, the left one is this girl, and the redhead is this one. That's the only thing I remember about this show, is because this picture exists. That's all I remember about this. Oh yeah, there was this picture. Very cool. Let's move on. Oh yeah, this is a dude, by the way. That's also something I remember. He is chosen as a blue camphor. Yeah, like camphor is like a weird like... Man, anime in the early day was... In the 2000s, 2010s, it's... They haven't figured everything out yet. They made some weird ass slop. Like Keijo. It was basically... fighting with tits and ass. And it was... actually kinda decent. As far as sports anime goes, and sports manga, it was kinda decent. But you would say, okay, the manga has 178 chapters. But the thing is, I think it got axed like... at like chapter 160 or something. They had to wrap it up really quick. It's a fun one though. It was actually a fun one because they almost had like... Man... You know, in sports anime, they always go like, oh yeah, here's this weird technique, and then they show like how the, as an example, how the arm moves, and then it's almost like a gunshot. They like go, right, to signify, oh yeah, this is a strong move. They do the same thing here, but like with their asses and with their tits. It's so dumb, but it's also so funny in a way. And the actual name is Keijo with 8 exclamation marks. That's the official title. Very important. Keep the exclamation marks, otherwise you're talking about something else. Maybe. Oh, Kemono Friends. Oh, Kemono Friends. Let me just skip through the not so good ones first. Kemono Jihen. This guy is like a dog spirit. And he like fights other spirits. And this is a dude once again. Great name, by the way. Yeah. I watched so much slop. That ones like these, I kind of remember it. Like, if I would watch it right now, I would probably, like, each episode, like, oh yeah, this happens next, oh, this happens next, oh, this happens next. But yeah, this is not recommended. This one is recommended, however. Oh, I will talk about it in a second. Kemurikusa is basically like the other one. It's like an OVA or whatever. It's like the full TV show. The creator of Kemono Friends was basically kicked away from the Kemono Friends project. Like, I would read into it. It's like kind of interesting. Like, nobody believed him, and he just went ahead and did it or something, and then it became really popular. And they were like, oh, yeah, but this guy made us look good, look bad. But this show is fucking popular. Let's kick him out. And they made season 2 of Kemono Friends, and everybody hated it. And Kemurikusa is kind of like the same dude's story. It's like the same dude, and he just like made a different story. And that's kind of the idea behind it. It has like the similar vibes of Kemono Friends, but it lost its soul, I would say. Of course, the animation is the same as well. This really bad, weird CG, almost like amateurish style. I mean, look at the dude here, how he looks. Yeah. It was fun, though. I enjoyed it. I wonder if he does anything these days. Or if they just kind of stopped with that after Kemono Friends was no longer popular. Oh, Kids on the Slope. This was like about jazz, I think. Do you like jazz? Yeah. Jazz music inspires Scar to learn more about the genre. It's kind of like a music anime. Yeah, this one was actually really good. Yeah. It's kind of coming back to me. This was actually really good. It's almost like a you know, it looks kind of gay at times. But he's like a jazz drummer, if I remember correctly. And he's like a pianist. And she was like a singer. Or songwriter. Yo, Chromax, how's it going? Welcome. How's it going? So yeah, Kids on the Slope, actually, I really recommend it. Good show on killing Melania and beating the game. I mean, killing I kinda cheesed her. I'm not happy about it. Elden Ring enjoyers. You're talking to the biggest Elden Ring hater, according to some people here, or on the internet. Mimic tier is how. Shadow of the Erdtree is something I'm gonna do next year as a stream. I kinda need a break from it right now. Basically, next year is gonna be a Souls year for me. At the beginning of the year, Code Vein 2, then Shadow of the Erdtree is on the list. Lies of P is on the list. Maybe I'm gonna check out Neo 3. Maybe. The Duskbloods is also gonna come out. So maybe that's also a thing I might check out as well. Provided it's not just Night Rain, but on the Switch. Yeah. The third one is announced. It looks fucking amazing if you haven't seen it. But yeah, let me just quickly say, Kids on the Slope. Pretty good, highly recommend it. I just started Neo 1 privately. So I haven't even played 1 and 2 yet. Right? But man, Neo 3... yeah, I was born in 1927, after the Great War. Let me quickly...
Why? You'll never understand what it means!
Yeah,
I
Neo
am
3
Himiko. On my honor as queen, I shall
coming
defeat
next year.
Kiriko.
My timeless friend.
And I know people really
I
like
trust
Neo
you.
2 especially.
Nothing will stop me from becoming Shogun. So long
That's just a brief story trailer. Didn't they show like gameplay? Yeah, here.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
I've never even played Slay the Spire. I knew a dude, he played Slay the Spire all day, every day during work school. I'm just not a deck builder kind of guy, personally.
Such an ominous atmosphere, and one thick with the presence of Aratama.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
What makes a Shogun? Here is my answer.
It looks good.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths of hell!
Honestly, when the first Neo came out, I was like, okay, it's like a Souls game made by a company that isn't FromSoft.
Who might you be, warrior?
How long is that gonna last?
Tokugawa. Takechio.
You know, how long is that gonna last? But man, turns out apparently the second one's really good. Thanks for following. Dump Sage. Let me turn the music back on. So yeah, Neo 3, pretty cool. But I personally want to probably do Neo 2 first. Neo 1 and Neo 2. Maybe privately though, and this one on stream, who knows. But yeah, Deluxe Edition, 120 bucks. 121. Let's convert that to US. To just... It's a cheeky 150 bucks for a Deluxe Edition. 150 USD. What do you get with that? You get the Season Pass, okay. Cool. Yeah. I might wait on a sale on this one though. I might wait on a sale with this one. God, I hate regional pricing if you live in a higher tier region. It's the worst. It's the worst. Where was I? King's Delivery Service. It's cute. It's cute. Some people swear that it's one of the best Ghibli things out there. I watched it. I liked it. But it's... as far as it goes, I like, yeah. So far, let me actually... I can show you. Just a quick overview, maybe. This is not final, by the way, by any chance. But we got Shinsekai Yori, Gongo Tsuo, Durarara, Fruits Basket, Cyberpunk, Death Note, Air, Chroma T High School, Amanchu, Girls Last Tour, Haibane Renmei, Asuna Asakara, Golden Kamui, Chainsaw Man, Dungeon Meshi, Aria, Code Geass, AF, Angel Beats 86, 87, oh no, 67, that's the first thing, Gurren Lagann, Akira, FMA Brotherhood, Frieren, and Clannad. That's the current state of things. I was listening to that one track today. Row, row, fight the power. So good. Yeah, Gurren Lagann is peak. Gurren Lagann is absolute peak. Which is by Studio Trigger. Speaking of Studio Trigger, Kill la Kill. Yeah, I can see, like, if you like it, it's probably the best anime in a long time. But if you don't vibe with it, it's kind of... it seems extremely overhyped. But I do vibe with it. I like the... I like the somber slice of lifiness to it. Right. But some people just would prefer more just like action and adventure and whatnot. Which it really isn't that much. It has some of it, but not... it's not the core of it. So yeah, Kill la Kill. I will not put in my top 25 easily. But I'm really due for a rewatch on this one. I'm really due on a rewatch. Yeah, I can see that. But I think it's not necessarily about the themes, but about the execution. And as far as execution goes, it's pretty good. Yeah, Studio Trigger, they make good shit. Usually. They also make some absolute garbage. Speaking of garbage, this year. Kiss Exists. It's incestuous rom-com kind of thing. Guy has two sisters, they love him. Yeah, that's about it. Don't watch it. Speaking of Studio Trigger, Kisniver. Amazing opening. Don't remember jack shit about the story. Yeah, kinda. I mean, maybe back in the day. I mean, you have Darling in the Franxx. Like, Kill or Kill, the threats were aliens. And Gurren Lagann, the big thing was aliens. I think like with some of the newer stuff, like Darling in the Franxx, it was kind of like maybe aliens. I don't remember. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, definitely not aliens. BNA, not aliens. Dungeon Meshi, not aliens. Little Witch Academia, not aliens. I think early day it might have been true, but these days not so much. I mean, they made a Space Corp Luluco or whatever it was called. Oh, where the fuck is it? They also made this one, huh? But yeah, Kisniver, interesting one. Good opening, but I don't remember jack shit about it. Koede Oshigoto. I want to be my sister forces me to be a voice actress for pornographic visual novels, the anime. And then they were kind of like, hey, here's one of our producers, suck on his finger to imagine you suck a cock to get better into the role. It's 2 episodes, it's kind of creepy. That's all this is. Koikaze. I don't remember jack shit about this one. His background makes him different to commit himself for what he loved. The child of a divorced couple, he lives with his father. He has a mother and a sister, but he has not seen it. Female high school student shakes. It's one of these. Right. Yeah, I don't remember anything about this except like, yeah, this part. Man, Japan and incest. You got to wonder how many people over there are inbred. Kokoku or whatever. This one was an interesting one when it came out. Fantastic opening. Fantastic monster design. These things here are fucking wild. Of course, there's like nothing seen. I can recommend it. I can recommend checking this one out. But just kind of leaving it at that. Basically, like, there's like this other world, and a bunch of people like get dragged into it. And then there are like people who use this other world for nefarious purposes. And she has kind of like a power to like kick people out of it or something like that. It was fun. And then there are like these like reapers or something in there. Kind of try to keep people out of it. It's fun, but not too good. Kokoro Connect. I remember nothing about this one except one scene where I think it was this girl and this dude. And then like he like walks out of the school or something. And then he tells her stuff like, oh yeah, I checked off thinking about you. And she was like, yeah, I did the same. And that's the only thing I kind of remember of this anime. that was a thing. So yeah. Komi can communicate. I really do like Komi. I think it's a good show. I think it's a good premise. But man, you know when you read the manga. When you read the manga, you're like, oh yeah, man, this is great. Everything looks nice. But in the anime, she looks like she has Down syndrome. I don't know why. In the anime, it looks like Komi has fucking Down syndrome. I mean, let me Alle ablehnen. Komi can communicate. So it's just a simple, like, side-by-side picture. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, no, this one's good. They kind of, like, moved her mouth so much further. Like, they squeezed her head together and moved the mouth and nose and eyes all kind of, like, more together. And when you, like, compare it to... Oh, I can't write. When you look at someone with Down syndrome, it's always, like, the mouth, eyes, and the nose, they're all kind of, like, shoved together in the middle of the face. And that's what they did with Komi. If her eyes would be smaller, you would be like, oh yeah, she has Down syndrome. Absolutely. Maybe this is fetal alcohol syndrome. But the first time I was like watching, I was like, man, why does she look like she has Downs? I read the manga. I don't remember her looking like that. Or like that extreme at least. Yeah, look at this. They're like kind of like... This is kind of like just a specific art style, but it's not too bad. But here it's like... Yeah, let's kind of like... squeeze her together. Yeah, look at this. That's quite something. What the fuck? What's this? What's going on here? I mean, I would have to probably, like, read it a bit. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? What's this? What the fuck is this? Why is there just an L in her head? Yeah. Oh, that could be a good picture. Check out. But yeah, Komi, I actually like Komi. I don't hate it. I think the fucking ending of the second season is fantastic, by the way. I had this one. So let's see, one shot. And then... What the fuck is this? Yeah, her design gets weirder and weirder. $411. 441. Yeah, what the fuck? Especially like the fucking notch moved from the right to the left here. For one picture. Sometimes it's here. I mean, look at this. What's with the forehead? That's like half her head. Like, I think my theory of her being Down syndrome is actually kinda not unfound. Or what I noticed, she might actually have Down syndrome, and it just gets worse the older she gets. Like, this looks so fucking bad. Yeah, dude. Is the manga still ongoing? No, it's finished at chapter 500. Okay, so I might read it to see just how it gets over time. Chapter 200 on. I would say it stays kind of decent until like here roughly. Like, it's already bad, but I think this one stands out to me for some reason. Her body doesn't match her head, just like how her head doesn't match her hair. And from there, it just kind of gets worse. Yeah. That's kind of weird. Like, I don't mind when the art style changes, like, after a time skip or something. But my god. And maybe she has been replaced by aliens. Speaking of alien theories. Yeah, she needs to manhandle Tadano, that's for sure. I mean, the one thing I always see about it these days is, oh, he's cross-dressing or whatever. That's all I see about it, but yeah. I didn't know it ended, though. I really didn't know it ended. I thought it was still ongoing. That's interesting. So I will probably read that one next year. I'll make it a priority to finish it. I have like the first 10 volumes or so here, physically. So I might even buy just the rest, who knows. But yeah. Let me move on a little bit, after seeing that nightmare. Kono Ototomare is pretty cool. It's once again, it's like a music anime. They're usually nice, right? It's about these dudes. They like the koto, and they have a girl. She's like her. She like grows up. She's like, Arr. My mother trained me to be a fucking recluse, to be the best koto player in the world. But now I have friends, and now everything's going better. And that's all there is to it. It's nice. I think I've watched the final performance of season 2 at least half a dozen to a dozen times on YouTube. It's so good. It's still ongoing, of course, as always. It's so good. It was one of the better musical animes I've seen in a while. So I can recommend it for that. Now I'm getting to Konosuba. Let's first talk about Non 1. Konosuba is fun, I would say. Konosuba is fun. But I think it overstayed its welcome a little bit. I know there's Konosuba 3, which I haven't watched yet. I think this one was the final one. Or was it? Maybe this one is the final one, because I know Konosuba, I think the light novel is finished. Yeah. God bless. But Konosuba, in a world of isekai slop, I think Konosuba was fun. But it did overstay its welcome. But I can recommend it. I still can recommend it. I still vividly remember watching the first episode of Konosuba, where he gets transported. He goes, well, I'm choosing one item and it's you. And then she just cries for the first 10 minutes of the show. It's so funny. I think, especially around the time it came out, with the extreme oversaturation of isekai, where basically they adapted everything, Konosuba really stood out. I think in today's market it wouldn't. If you would bring out Konosuba, people would still think, yeah, it's funny, but it wouldn't be as highly regarded as it was. And you can see that with this here, the spin-off. Because it wasn't bad, but you can absolutely see people were like, yeah, they weren't really chiving with it. It's funny though. It's just her stick is just so overused. I feel like, as far as character goes, I like, you know, the blonde girl being a masochist. I like I like Kazuma. I like the goddess. She has like no character development. It's like, get fucking on with it. Yeah, you're the explosion girl. She never gets really better. She just is an idiot all the fucking time, and she never. And they made this fucking spin-off prequel. It was like fun, but man, dude, it's just too overused. The Lich Girl. Which one was the Lich Girl? You mean... you don't mean this, right? Or do you? To me, she's just kind of like the shop owner. And that's it. Oh, okay, yeah. For me, she's just kind of like, you know, shop owner, and that's it. Nothing too special. Yeah, but I feel like in the world of Konosuba, it really doesn't mean anything. Like, remember this guy? He's just kind of getting killed really quickly. Like, I don't think you need to expect a really high-tier story from it. Just kind of funny hijinks. And as far as that goes, I think Konosuba did a good job. But once again, it did overstayed its welcome. Yeah, that's him. They kind of like train to do explosions more often, and they keep blasting the castle, thinking it's abandoned, but then it turns out it's actually... This guy still lives there. Then he comes like, who of you has been attacking my castle? Yeah, it is, but I feel like... Really, all I can say is it's overstaying its welcome. I'm still gonna finish it, though, at one point. I mean, aren't almost all isekai cities kind of identical to each other? It's always kind of like a rounded-in city. Wasn't there like a thing somebody made? I remember vaguely somebody going like, oh yeah, let's do isekai city meme. Yeah. Shield Hero, Konosuba, Kenshi no Mago, Isekai Mao, and this long title. It's always the round city, thing in the center, a river kind of like going through it. Princess Connect Redive, same. Just this time it's a star. I mean, I guess... If it works, don't fix it. It is hilarious, though, that they just made the exact same city 3 times. I mean, hell, look at this one. It has the same fucking bridge at the same spot. The same... This is identical. I'm almost convinced this is just an asset they bought somewhere. Holy shit, this one is identical. This one has a slightly different... No, it's not. Wait a second. The only thing that changes is like the middle here. Same street, same like palace like thing here. Same like bridges. They just added 2 more. Holy fuck. I thought it was bad. I didn't think it was this bad. What the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, in comparison, fucking Jobless Reincarnate, I mean, this is a very low-res picture here, but... Yeah. Oh, isekais. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Do I have an isekai here just to talk about the isekai more? I do. But a really good one. Ah, I have to talk about Logitech Ryzen and fucking Ixionsock in like tandem. Let me just quickly go through some of these. Kuma Miko. It's fun. It's a girl. She's a bear. They have fun times together. Not in that way. It's cute, but that's all there is to it. Kyoso Giga. Oh, Kyoso Giga is really strange. Shit just kinda happens. Yeah. Man, I don't remember how to even kind of describe this one. It's just wild shit. It's just wild and shit kind of happens, and that's about it. I have to I have to like rewatch this. Honestly, I do. Yeah, I kind of like remember this and just kind of zoned out because of how wild it is. Probably, yeah, let me notice this one down here as a rewatch. Oops, yeah. Laid back camp. Who doesn't like having a little bit of camping? They made season 1, they made season 2, they made season 3, I think, season 4 maybe. Season 2, I haven't watched season 3 yet. And season 4. But it has not yet aired yet, okay. New members even. Hell yeah. So yeah, Eurocamp is pretty fun. But I feel like I've seen it after 2 seasons, so... Maybe I watch the next one, maybe I don't. Who knows. Land of the Lustrous. This week... Oh. I received 2 packages yesterday. One package was my copy of the last volume of Land of the Lustrous. I can finally finish it. I still haven't read volume 12 and 11. But man, I'm gonna finish it very soon because now I have the entire manga here. So I'm gonna read the rest and oh, it's so good. I really like Hoseki no Kuni. And it's one of the best examples for CGI that worked. It's so good. It looks so good and it's CGI. Right? But yeah, I ordered. Yeah, I received the manga. And the other package was I received this big fucking box. And inside of it there was a smaller box. Or like a cardboard thing. Because the thing is I ordered 6 plates. Because I needed new plates. Because I broke 2 of them. And then I opened the box, it's this huge box, smaller box inside. I opened the small box, it's 1 plate. I'm like, why is there only 1 plate inside? I paid $20 for this, why is there 1 plate inside? Then I like, wrote them, like, hey, I'm supposed to get 6 plates. And then they like, you have to become a Karen, basically. Then they're like, today I got like a mail, it's like, oh yeah, the listing is wrong. They only sell them as singular pieces of $22 a piece. Like, are you insane? A small plate like this for $20? Because they had it listed as 1 batch of 20. Man. I was disappointed, but they refunded me the money. And I could keep the plate. Someone told me it was like watching Steven Universe, but with a good author. Yeah, I mean, the story gets kind of interesting. It gets... I don't want to spoil it too much, but... She goes through a lot. Where I left off, she is kind of like... just a fragment of herself anymore. And Steven Universe, like... I don't like Western cartoons. They're all kind of... They look ugly. And they're gay. Right? And not in a good way gay, but just kind of gay. So yeah. I mean, she went from useless to kind of useful. I really like the story though, how she like slowly look at this, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Yeah. Like I still to this day watch the scene where she gets the gold arms. And then wakes up the other ones. Like, hey, wake up, winter is over. But yeah, it's so good. Land of the Lustrous has a huge potential actually for top 25. So she gets sad and depressed, and then towards the end she has like PTSD as well, kinda. She just has it rough. You wouldn't think it from the initial look of it. It looks like just like a kind of a gay show about crystals that are alive. But then it turns into this drama, huge like story that's so good. Especially at the fact that it's CGI makes it so much better. You always have the people, oh, all CGI is bad, and then this comes along, you're like, hell yeah, CGI can be fantastic. Let's fucking go. Some nightmarish being. I don't think that will happen. I mean, one spoiler, she gets her head cut off and then replaced. She just becomes kind of an amalgamation of everything. So I can pretty much see her in the end being just ground to dust and like spread into the wind, and that's it. But yeah, I'm gonna be hyped for reading the manga now. Finally finishing it. Haven't noted which chapter I'm on. No, I'm not. Thesis Boat Paradox. Never heard of that, but I will note it down. Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. Now, I've heard about this, but the name didn't ring out. I know about it, but the name itself didn't ring a bell. But I know what you mean now. But yeah, the snails. It's kind of like the weird things in Girls' Last Tour. Shit just kind of exists sometimes. But you just think to yourself, what the fuck is going on? I think best not to ask too many questions sometimes. But yeah, Hoseki no Kuni has potential to be in my top 25, I would say. It has huge potential to be in my top 25. Dante ni Varao. Man, I watched this and I like the character designs. I don't remember jack shit about it. Many farmers are plot against the new government in sending a wave flush. The counters move in that government and construct a colossal prison in the middle of Lake Beaver. Yeah, I might have to rewatch this one. It's like one of these I watched so fucking long ago. I watched this when it came out in 2014. But I remember I really liked the character designs. Like this dude. This dude. This dude. I remember though that this guy was like a bit of a whiny bitch. I mean, he's 12, but a grow up kid. This ain't the modern day where you can be a kid until you're like 30 in your mother's basement. The design was really cool, but I don't remember jack shit. But I think I liked it. From what I remember, I liked it, but feeling like they did too little. Like, it needed almost like 5 more episodes or so. But yeah, people don't talk about this one. But yeah, I'll actually... Let me put that on my rewatch as well. Didn't mean to close it. So yeah. Don't... actually... Yeah, I will rewatch it. The character design was nice. They have like, yeah. I almost cannot say much about it, but this one was really fun. This one was really, really fun, actually. It's basically, you know how you have like children's shows? Where they always like, oh, happy, you know, the Blue's Clues as an example. And it's kind of like this. It's like these 3 guys, or 5 guys, but the people in the costumes are also in the show. And they're all miserable. They all hate their job, and they're like, ugh. But it pays the bills. What was her thing? Ah, yeah, she has like a boyfriend, but the boyfriend is kind of like failed comedian as well. Yeah, this one was funny. Like, they're all like overachievers. Like, if I remember correctly, like, he was like a gym dude, but he couldn't make it to the Olympics or something like that, or he couldn't become like an instructor or whatever. As I just said, she's like as you could read, she's like a failed singer, failed idol. He's like whatever. they make this children's show. It's funny. It's actually kind of hilarious, and the manga is still ongoing. I will put that on my list to read. I can actually recommend this one. It's not a top 25, but I think as far as, hey, 13 episodes of good fun. Yeah. Uromachi Onisan, life lesson of Uromachi Onisan. Actually kinda good. I can recommend it. I remember it fondly. Yeah. This dude reminds me of somebody. Oh, he looks a little bit like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. He looks like he's about to kill me with an axe. So let me go away here. I'm getting the creeps from him. So yeah, this one's good. Oh, yes! Yes. Now that you say it, right. I first want to say he reminds me of Wolverine a little bit as well, but yeah, no. I think you're right. I think, yeah. Justin Cook, Wolverine. Wolverine, Sabertooth, IMDb. X-Men's Origins Wolverine. No, okay. Different dude, but man. I don't have it open. Didn't I just have it? Ah, Uromachi. Where is he? Where the fuck did he go? Huh? Am I dumb? No, it's like in the same tab here. So I would need to... Justin Cook. I mean, kinda. Yeah, no. He's a little bit more square in the jaw, but they absolutely look similar. They could be each other's stunt doubles or something. Yeah, absolutely. Man, that's wild. Speaking of wild, Little Witch Academia was fun, but way overhyped if I have to say it. Ignore my rankings usually, right? They're usually made on, oh yeah, I enjoyed it right now. Let me give it a random score of how much I liked it at the time, but doesn't mean too much. Yeah, Little Witch Academia, it was fun. It was fun. Studio Trigger, as always. It's not a bad anime. But I feel like people just were a bit too hyped at the time of finally getting a Little Witch Academia as an anime. And that was also at the time where not much Harry Potter things were happening, so people kind of wanted that as well. More just magic school things. So in retrospect, I wouldn't call it as good as it used to be. It's still a fun one, mind you. It's still a very fun one. But my god, is it maybe a bit overhyped at times. Maybe if they would have made more, it could have been cooler. But 2017, the only other thing we got is the video game, which I played. It's not that good. Chamber of Time or something like that it's called. Don't play it. It's kind of like a Little Witch Academia episode as a video game, and it just does not work out. It simply doesn't. So yeah. Oh, so as I said, before I get to these and this one, this one I'm gonna pancreas. So Jojo. This is one of the first one where I'm gonna separate seasons because they are almost clearly distinct series, right? I really like the JoJo series, like the whole franchise. I like the first season a lot. I think it's for back in the day. For back in the day, JoJo did a lot of things that have become staples over time, right? They defined the stereotypes. So the first season was great. Then came the second season. They made season 1 and 2 in the same one, right? So, what was it called? Blood something and Battle Tendencies. I didn't like Battle Tendency as much. It has a lot of good memes with fucking Joseph. But story-wise, I preferred the first one more. So I would say JoJo Part 1 and 2 are not in my top 25. Yeah, he predicts you. I'm gonna predict he's gonna say this. I don't remember too much about cars, but yeah, like the Pillarmans are fun as villains. But I just didn't like Battle Tendency as much. So yeah, JoJo Part 1, the entire thing is good, right? I do not. Is there like a reason? Because he's American? Okay. I mean, you had the Nazi guy, that was fun. With fucking, if I remember correctly, with the gun or something. Oh, what was his name again? Was it him? Yeah. Stroheim. So yeah, part 1 and 2 are good. But no, I really like part 1 for introducing the series. But altogether, they're not my favorites. Oh, I can see that. Well, that's actually a funny way. If that's the actual reason. Oh, Phantom Blood, right. If that's the reason, that's actually a funny one. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Okay. That makes JoJo a bit more appealing, I would say. Oh, JoJo. Oh yeah, this one. The one JoJo that exists in the entire series. But yeah, Joestar. Yeah. But yeah, part 1 and 2. Good. Not my favorites. Then we have part 3. I hated it at first. I actually hated it at first. Let me go get something to drink real quick. When the stance thing was introduced, I was kind of like... I mean, the most iconic one is probably... As far as the name JoJo goes, I would say it is... Joseph. If we purely go off of name, right? Yeah, I can definitely see that as a reoccurring character with how often he appears. That makes sense. But like the later characters especially, I feel like are a bit strange when it comes to the whole JoJo-ness. Like, it made sense. Joseph Joestar, JoJo. Joestar joined for JoJo. But yeah, part 1, 2 good. Part 3, I first hated because of the stance. I did not enjoy them as much as the sun powers. But I actually kind of warmed up to it with the time. Right, same with the basically by this one. By the battle in Egypt. I kind of got used to it. Of course, then you have... Oh, no, don't do that. Season 4, when now it's suddenly Higashikata Josuke. Where the fuck does the JoJo come from here? Right? But that being said, Diamond is Unbreakable is my favorite so far. Of the ones I've seen, 4 is probably the best one. Or at least to me, I enjoy it the most. The villains are good. The stands are fantastic. I mean, Hammond just kind of transformed into other stands, I would say. It's kind of like pre-stand stance. Right? It almost would make no... Like, doesn't Jonathan use it once in season 3? Part 3? If I like vaguely remember that happening at some point, maybe. But yeah, season 4 has potential to be my top 25. I really, really liked it. It's really stylistic as well. It's like style-wise, it is best one, I would say. And then we have season 5. I can see that, yeah. I can absolutely see why you wouldn't like that. But I enjoyed it more. Because Dio at the time was kind of gone. And there's just this arrow going around that creates stand users, right? And that was kind of the mystery. It's like, hey, there's somebody creating stand use and there's like the arrow going around, and when you create stand uses, you get evil people, and some of these evil people are really evil. It was pretty good. And then came part 5. I think a lot of people got into JoJo with part 5. At least more normie coded people. And it wasn't bad. But I felt like it was almost the weakest part so far. Yeah, pretty much. Some random grandpa trying to protect his grandson, I think, if I remember correctly. And at this point, you really start to stretch the JoJo name. John or Joanna. So Gio. And then part 6, I did not watch. The reason being is it came out on Netflix, so they kind of like dumped it all at once in multiple parts, and I hate that. I hate the binge culture. I'd rather watch one episode a week than fucking let's just dump the entire thing and expect people to watch the entire thing. I mean, it's pronounced in Italian, sure, but still, it's kind of... Rename it then to Gio no Kimyo no Boku in Part 5, or whatever. I've not read the manga. I've only watched the anime up till Part 5. And then 8, I cannot judge it, but I'm really... really looking forward to Steel Ball Run, because I heard a lot of people say how good Steel Ball Run is. Ranking of the parts. Of the one I've seen, I would say best, part 4. Then I would say... retrospectively thinking, part 3, number 2. Then part 1. Then part 5, and then part 2, I would say. Roughly speaking, but that's mostly just out of my... If I would look at it more for longer, like really like sit down and think about it, I might reconsider. Part 2 might be able to go much higher, actually. I think just part 2 kind of reached the limit of what was possible with the whole Hammond powers. Like there was like a ceiling, and they kind of reached with part 2. I feel like the villains were nice, but at that point they already killed an immortal vampire, quote unquote killed. So just having these like weird older vampires or whatever they were again, just kind of it felt already a bit rehashed at the time, and it didn't give as much freedom as with the stands. But I did say originally I didn't like the stands, but I really warmed up to them. But yeah, that's what I would say about JoJo. Part 4 probably in my top 25. Good chance to at least be there. The other ones, maybe not. Yeah. Let me just kind of like skip through these a little bit. This one is almost like unexplainable, but I can't say watch it. It's very interesting, and it's a very interesting art style, especially. It's about like they're like these creatures. I can't really explain it. It's just fucking watch it. It's so interesting. They're like these creatures, and they look like people. And I remember correctly, there was like some sort of like clan thing that's inherited these powers and whatnot. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a different show. Is it? I don't... No. This is also Kemono Sume. Yeah. Because she's like a monster. Like one of these things. It's very interesting. Oh, come on. See, I can highly recommend checking it out just for the art style. And story-wise, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, it does look a bit like Agumon, doesn't it? It has this kind of vibe. Yeah. I can highly recommend it as an experience, right? Story-wise, it's kinda, from what I remember, it lacks a bit of pacing. But as like an experience, it's something else. It's something worth checking out. Same could be said about Kemono Friends. I'm so fucking disappointed about Kemono Friends. I cannot overstate this. Season 1. Oh, it was so good. Despite how it looks, it was actually pretty fucking decent. And there was like this mystery build up, and then kind of like they kicked the guy out, and then they made season 2, and everybody hated it, and then it was over. And if I remember correctly, the guy kind of like came back and made like a few comics on Twitter or whatever, how it should have like went story-wise or whatnot. But all in all, oh, it's so disappointing. It had so much potential. And fucking pride got in the way. Give me 1 second, my cat is also getting in the way. There we go. My cat has like a very, very cool defense mechanism. When she doesn't want to be picked up, she farts. It's pretty disgusting. The kind of smell that can come out of another creature. Yeah. But she was like on the table playing with like boxes or whatnot. So anyways, it came with friends. It's such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. Keep your hands off Eisuken. Animation was like a Kemono Zume or whatever it was called again. It had an interesting art style. And I do like when they experiment a little, right? I actually really like when they do that. They don't just try to do the same Moe Blob animation style over and over and over again. But I feel like in retrospective, everybody was just a little bit too hyped up for it. I don't remember the story being that good. The opening, of course, was fantastic. Easy breezy. Fantastic opening. I wish more would experiment with art styles like this. But I don't think it deserves like the popularity it has. It might be a bit overhyped. Still, it was fun. I can recommend checking it out, obviously. But not as like, oh yeah, it's the best anime, check it out forever and ever and ever. Katana Gatari. What I didn't know before going into this one. Didn't they hire like a bunch of freelance artists or what, or animators that are like well known as well? I remember that like being like a thing. That was like basically like, yeah, let's get like all of this talent together and make like a show. More so than actually making a good show. It was more about the people who worked on it. Katana Gottery is... I didn't know this before watching it, but it's by the same guy who makes the Monogatari series. I mean, could be... Oh, guys, this... Yeah, I mean, this guy, like, look at this. He has quite the history. What the fuck? I didn't know he wrote so much. Okay. But yeah, he's the same guy who's behind the Monogatari series. And it's a story about a guy, and he has to like collect the 12 blades or whatever to reunite Japan. Some bullshit like that. And it's kind of fun. It's a fun one, and it's one of these very unexpected ones that has 49 minutes episodes, which is always kind of wild. There's something like really weird for me about, like, I don't mind sitting down and watching like an hour of Better Call Saul, but when an anime has an episode that's longer than 24 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This feels strange. This feels very strange. The same happened with Oshinoko, its first episode, that was also like an hour long or so. It always like, kind of throws me off. But yeah, Katana Gottery is a fun watch. Very stylistic. Very stylistic as well. And there's like this one dude on YouTube who makes clips for Face Connect. And he uses one of the tracks from this anime. Yeah, I think there's some good movies. There are some good movies out there, but I feel like the episode formula works just so much better. Which, funny enough, some movies actually get converted into animes with episodes for some reason. Which one was it? Fuck, there was one. Yeah. As example, FLCL, Fully Cooley. These are movies. One movie, 2 hours 15. But here in the West, they are actually converted into 6 episodes. I mean, it's not Face Connect directly, it's just a clipper. But I think he stopped using it because it caused copyright problems. Because in some of the newer clips, I never heard it again. But he used to use one of the like background tracks where like some monk is singing or whatnot. It's pretty... The first time I recognized it, I was like, oh, holy shit, wait a second. I recognize this. It's always funny. I for a while I used like a somewhere different in my not on this channel or whatnot, just in like a different place. I used like a very obscure soundtrack from a game, and sometimes, like very rarely, somebody would recognize it. I was like, yeah, dude, you know what you're talking about. If you recognize this, you're on my same wavelength. It's always fun to do stuff like this. But yeah, Katana Gottery, stylistic, interesting story. Weird that it has fucking 50 minutes episodes. Yeah, I mean, Persona music is just so... I think it has a bit of a... It's good music. And because it's like a video game, it's kind of decent for background music. As the chance of getting copyright struck isn't as high. But you know, why not? I mean, if I would have to use a video game music, I would probably use something like... Shadow... Fuck. Shadow Castle? No. Shadow Gate. Oh. This is one track in Shadowgate. It's the first one you hear. It's so good. This one. But it just doesn't fit with my style. But it's such a good track. Oh, fucking yeah. This one. Kingsfield. Which I played last Friday. On Sunday, I mean. This one's also such a banger. I should probably play, like, go for some older games I've played and just find tracks there too to play in the background. Because some of these are so good. Especially this one, I really like this one. Let's like keep this on in background for music. Anyways, moving on. Okay. Gonna go like this way and then done for today. Jujutsu Kaisen. I read the manga. I think part 1, 0, and part 2 was like season 2 are pretty amazing. I can see why people like it so much. It has it's quality-wise, it's extremely high. Yeah, the animation and the story is like very, it's decent, right? But my god, I don't want to continue watching it. Having read the manga, there's like one part coming up with some of the characters here in the next one that I might watch a little bit, but the ending fight was so boring. I read it as it came out. It's like 30 to 50 chapters of one fight, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's ass pull after ass pull after ass pull, and then it kind of ends, and you're kind of like, I was so done with it. Yeah, I finished season 1 as well. I thought it was nice, but I couldn't get too much into it. But I think season 2 especially, the whole Shibuya arc is pretty good. It's very unexpected though as well. Or unexpected, it's just... Somebody once said somewhere, like, the new style of creators are more likely to just kill off a bunch of characters compared to back in the day. So yeah, I really like this. I think if you want to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, kind of like watch season 1 and 2 and then make up your own headcanon, that's it. It works much better than at least the ending that I read in the manga. Maybe they fix it. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's done nicely here in the way it plays out. But I think it's more of a modern thing, but it just... It's, oh, all the characters I liked are dying, what? No fucking way. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen does it, Chainsaw Man does it. And I'm sure a bunch of others also have done it that don't come to my head right now. It's just a new way to tell a story, I guess. Get bored of a character, kill him off. Yeah. But yeah, that being said, I get the hype. I get the hype. As always, ignore my scoring here. That's just usually just whatever. when I do it. I get the hype, but man, it falls off so bad towards the end. But that cannot happen if there's fucking no end, right? Unless... Oh, no, right. Kaishi's like split up into 50,000 mangas. Yeah, it's still ongoing. Kaishi. Kaishi is fucking amazing. It's the best gambling manga out there. Or gambling anime. It's so good. I fucking love Kaishi. I'm so sad that they only made 2 seasons and that's it. Like, season 1 of Kaishi is fucking amazing, and season 2 is fucking amazing. And I just wish they would finally make like a season 3. Like 2011 was the last season. Like, calm the fuck on. Basically, it's like this dude, Kaishi. He's like in need of money, and then he gets like he gets like an invitation to like a ship and then they go like on a ship and gamble there. And the very first one is a sort of rock, paper, scissors with cards. It's so good. And when they, you know, it's like orchestrated by this rich dude. And if they fail, they get like sent to a gulag and have to work it off for like dirt cheap. Yeah, like if you want like to watch a good gambling anime, watch Kaishi. Really. It's unbelievable how there's not been a season 3 so far. It actually is. Then Karakuri Circus is actually finished. And I did not know what to expect when this one came out. But recently, I've been like going through a few episodes and through like the opening and endings, just because I was like, I remembered it. It's like one of these anime where the manga is like really old, 1997 to 2006, and they made this one in 2018. 36 episodes. It's about like this, like you have like this kid and like you have like this girl here. She's like a puppet master or whatnot. She has like these puppets that fight. And she's like being sent to protect him. I don't remember too much about it, but it's pretty good actually. It's wild how people did not talk too much about it. Because it's actually, it does a lot in 36 episodes. Let me put it like that. Yeah. This is probably one I'm probably gonna rewatch. Because I remember parts of it, liking parts of it really... quite a lot, I would say. You have like this dude. He becomes kind of like a anti-hero for a while. And you have like her, she becomes like... whatever. And you have like him. Becomes like a... it's too hard without spoiling too much. But they do it very well where they like split the characters up into different paths that each one takes. And I think it's one of these more like, not hidden gems, I would say, because it's, you know, you see it still has quite a good amount of members and whatnot. But it's like one of these that just people don't talk about, despite really shouldn't be talking about. They really should talk about it. As far as shonen goes, I think it's kind of in a similar ballpark as Jujutsu Kaisen. I think if more normies would discover it, I think they would really like it. That's the way I would put it. And now I'm coming to the last one. Then I'm gonna go to the other view again and quickly reorganize a little bit. Log Horizon. As far as isekai goes, it's probably one of my favorites. I remember watching Sword Art Online, and then being like, I wonder if there are other animes like this. This like transported to a game or transported to another world. And then I stumbled across Log Horizon. And I think it was one of the first anime I watched while it was airing. And not while being completed. And man, I really like Log Horizon. It's a different kind of isekai anime, I would say. Well, it's more about politics at times than actually playing the game. Or like, kind of like exploiting the game as well. And then they made Season 1, they made Season 2. Right, and a couple of years back now, yeah, 2021, they made Season 3, The Structure of the Round Table. And man, I hope it continues. Because the problem is, it is a light novel. Which is still ongoing. The big problem always with light novels. But man, I have big hopes for it. I have big hopes for it. I just hope they don't fuck it up. Because Log Horizon so far, it's not gonna be a top 25 contender, I would say. In the grand scheme of things. I could actually delete this. It's not gonna be a top 25 contender. But as far as Isekai goes, it's probably one of my favorites. Yeah. Highly recommend it. If you have not watched Log Horizon yet, watch it. But remember the story I just told about trying to find other shows like Sword Art Online back in the day, right? It's like, oh, isekais. Which I back then didn't know isekais existed. Just read the novel, yeah. I'm just sort of a book person. I read manga, but I just very rarely read books. I like read Roadside Picnic. I have Moby Dick here, which I've started like 5 times already. Just not getting through it, it's such a slog. And I have like Saga of Tanya the Evil here for some reason. I like bought it once, but I didn't really read into it too much. I'm just a book guy. They're on volume 12 as well. If not further even. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Who knows. But yeah, remember the story that I just told about wanting other isekai anime? Well, at the same time, I found this one. Ixion Saga DT. I have never, even though it has 120,000 members, is quite popular actually, and quite high ranked, quote unquote, I've never heard a single soul talk about Ixion Saga DT. And I'm very soon gonna rewatch it. It's on my hard drive, on my TV over there. Or like on the hard drive, on my NAS that I have hooked up to my PC, which is hooked up to my TV. And I'm gonna watch this one this year still. This is my plan to finish this year, rewatch this, finally. After, I probably watched this in 2013 something as well. So, that's like 12 years. After 12 years or so, fucking finally rewatching this anime. Because ever since watching it, the opening, DT Suteru, has been stuck in my head. Every so often I will just remember it. And I just like vaguely remember, like this dude gets like teleported to another world. This guy gets castrated. This chick, he's like, oh yeah, she's cute. And then she goes, hey, what was his name? Hey Con, I have a secret actually. I have a penis. Because I'm actually a guy. But I will have sex with you if that's what you... Oh, I want will be your girlfriend. That's what you want. He just goes like, no, fuck no. Get out of here. And then this guy comes in and is like, yeah, let's have some male bonding time. Yeah, it's fun. It's a comedy, right? I remember it ended very weirdly and abruptly. They had like a weird contest and this guy's balls got busted for like the 5th time or so in a row. Right? But yeah, Ixion Saga DT. Nobody fucking talks about it. Even though it's such a weird anime that... Right, even some random garbage I sometimes see people like mention somewhere. This one I've never seen mentioned a single time. So far that for a while I was like, man, did people actually watch this? Like, is this actually a thing that existed? Like, sure, you can see here people making reviews. I mean, all are from 2013. Somebody actually recently watched it. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is one I'm gonna rewatch this fucking year. And the source is a game. What the fuck? Okay. Ixion Saga DT is based on a game. Is a Japanese anime series based on the online game Ixion Saga by Capcom. Capcom. It doesn't look bad. But I think this is probably lost media. Is this lost media? Could this be considered lost media? It's an MMO, so it probably got shut down and that's it, right? I mean, I don't think it has a lot to do with the MMO. Yeah. Honestly, I would probably suspect this could be called lost media. If I have to classify it as something. It looks kind of cool though. It almost gives me like Monster Hunter vibes. I'm not gonna say this just because I see Monster Hunter here sometimes sprinkled in. Ixion Saga game. Yeah, man, I have to maybe research that a little bit. That actually kinda seems interesting. Oh yeah, he gets like weird fucking boots for some reason. Yeah, dude. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I will rewatch this and I will maybe look a bit into it. Because this is actually kind of interesting. But yeah. Now, I have... yeah, there. Let me do it like... I need to actually sort it by modified, I think. Yeah. Okay, I have 4 anime to put in there. Hello, can I... What? There we go. So the first one is Land of the Lustrous. It definitely will kick off Shinsekai Yori. Cats are here, it's a bit... Where will I slot it in, though? I think above... Nah. Will I? I think for the time being... Nah, okay. It's gonna be 25 for the time being, which means... me slotting in Pancreas. Can it just be slot in somewhere, though? Oh, it's getting like really hard, and I'm not even halfway done. This was just like anime 300 to 400 or so, or 200 to 300. Oh, this is hard. You know what? I would like slot it in here. I think air. I think I'm gonna replace air with it. Air gets kicked out, and now gets here. That's where I put Pancreas. Jojo Part 4. Yeah. Okay, Land of the Lustrous is gone again. Gankutsuo goes down. Let's just quickly... And Jojo. Yeah. Let's just move all of this up. Honestly, actually... Oops. Let's do it like this. Number 19. This? That's Chroma T High School. This is one of the funniest anime ever. And, actually... Maybe you say this because you know. They have a character called Freddy. Which is very clearly Freddie Mercury. Let me show it. There it is. So it has very clearly references to Queen. But I can't sing it because of copyright, I would say. But yeah. Chroma T High School, if you haven't watched it, it's pretty funny. I can highly recommend it. One of my favorite scenes is where one of the delinquents has like a web forum, and then he gets trolled by somebody. It's so good. Maybe I can actually find it on YouTube. And hopefully not get a copyright strike. Yeah. Let me show that in a second. Jojo Part 4, right, slots in here between Golden Kamuy and Chainsaw Man, and they like switch places. And then Kaiji. Where would I put Kaiji? I don't want to knock off Gankutsuo right now. So I'm gonna knock off Durarara for the time being. I feel like let's not be. I feel like Cyberpunk can go below. Honestly, Amanchu has not the staying power it should have. Yeah, Kaiji is for me gonna go currently for the time being on number 11. Yeah, that's the current state of things. Not much has, like, top 10 so far have not changed. But everything below has kind of shifted around quite a bit with 4 more animes. So yeah, it's late now, so I'm not going to do the next 100. So I will do that one next week, but I will try to finish this year still. So I might do 1 Giga stream. And maybe there's like some bullshit mixed in that I can just very quickly knock off much faster. Yeah. So we still have anime 400 till 800. So that will happen next Tuesday. Let me actually watch this one first. Music tier list. Oh. This is a hard one. I mean, it's hard and highly subjective, right? But I can tell you number 1. Or very likely number 1. King Crimson in the Court of the Crimson King. It's pretty good. It's probably one of my favorite albums. If I would have to Have to do a rating quick one. Of course, probably my in my top 3 as well. Yes, Relayer. Fantastic album. And what else could I put in my top 3? At the time being, I would say In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. That's probably my current like top 3 plus minus. Code of the Crimson King, Relayer, and the Aeroplane Over the Sea. But maybe I will do that next year. Maybe I will. I still have planned to do all my games. I only so far did Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and Game Boy Color. But music might be mixed in there. I don't watch too many movies. That's like a big problem for me with movies. This year I watched maybe like 5 or 10 movies. So usually number 1 is gonna be something like, oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption. Hell yeah, that's number 1, and then number 2 is like Saw X or something. Not a movie guy. Not too much, at least. Well, let me show this real quick.
Hey, a bunch of guys from Des High are at our coffee shop. Say what?
They've been trolling around our hangouts for weeks now.
Hey, Fujimoto, are we gonna crush these idiots or what? No way. The only reason
This is one of the
they're
best
hanging
scenes
around
in this
is because
anime
they
for
enjoy
some
watching
reason.
you
I
guys
love
freak
it.
out about it.
But boss,
It's
they...
timeless.
Oh, grow up, you guys. Who cares if they're trolling? I'm too busy working on my homepage to have time for that junior high kind of crap. Hey, who the hell do you think you are talking big on your little message board? This is probably all you can do to express yourself in your life, parentheses, laugh. A troll? That dumbass! How dare he troll on my board? I'm gonna set him straight right now! I don't know what you think you're trying to prove by insulting me. Don't you feel pathetic butting in where you're not wanted, troll? It'd be better if you don't react to the troll too much.
You know, this was in
Trolls
the
enjoy watching
2000s,
people get
and
upset.
it's
If it bothers
just
you,
the same
delete
this
the
day.
message without making
Just,
a comment.
it stayed the same.
Well,
The
I
internet never
expected
changes,
to get a
despite what
rebuke
some
like
people
this
want to
from
believe.
Mr. Satorn. Dear Mr. Satorn, deleting someone's message without a word is not my style. I think the best way to deal with this troll is to reason with him. Even if I have to send him a flame or two, he'll get the message eventually. Of course, I still have the utmost respect for you, but I think I should deal with this troll in my own way. Hey. Are you guys fighting amongst yourselves? Parentheses, laugh. Jackass! He's mocking me!
These guys are just so easy to manipulate. Yeah.
I won't be satisfied until I give him a piece of my mind! Do you even know what the word netiquette means? Don't you feel empty inside knowing that you're only important on some pathetic message board? Bastard! How dare you talk to me like that? Yes, I may be important on my own homepage, but I'll have you know that I'm also very important.
Oh man, ain't nothing more fun than taunting an idiot. Well, I guess I should go in for the final blow.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
it's so
think
good.
this guy's right about me. It's like
And this
he's
is
in
just
my
one
room, watching my
section.
every move.
This is like 24 episodes of this shit. It's so good.
I'm feeling pretty good today.
I feel frustrated, so powerless. There's no way I can counter his attacks on me.
Sure are a lot of amateurs hanging around Akiba. There should be a rule that if you can't build your own computer, you can't come here. Hey! Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah! How am I supposed to get back at him?
Ah, yeah. Chroma High School is so good. It's so good. But yeah, that being said, I do have like a lot of lists planned. It will take just forever. It will take forever. Games alone will be another 10 streams, seemingly. Maybe. I might do some pre-filtering with the anime to be able to wrap it up this year. But yeah, the next one is going to be Tuesday, next Tuesday, once again, as always. Then tomorrow is gonna be Kingsfield 2/1, depending on which region. Yeah, I'm gonna continue that. I'm trying to get a bit further. I replayed the section that I accidentally and the entire section I lost because I quick saved too fast. I used the save state too fast and overwrite. I save stated when I died, and that fucked me up. So I got that saved. That's tomorrow. And then Friday I will also do Kingsfield. And Saturday is going to be Dark Souls with the Dragon Greatsword. So that's going to be fun. Anyways, thanks for watching today. Don't forget to follow up, subscribe, depending on the platform. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. And that time not late, unlike today. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Goodbye and ciao.